Now we know in year 2019, there was lots of social turmoil and violence on streets of Hong Kong. Some people marching out, they break the law, they commit violence and shouting they want to separate Hong Kong from China, so-called Hong Kong independence. Of course, these are illegal, and this is jeopardizing one country, two systems, and also damaging the stability and prosperity of Hong Kong. However, if you look at these people, many of these are not ordinary citizens. Some of them are politicians and maybe legislative council members or a member of the district board. Now, to a certain extent, they should be part of the administration of Hong Kong. So they should not do this kind of damaging thing to the city. Now, why they do that? In addition, they also form a campaign called pre-election. Now, this pre-election campaign is an illegal one, and they claim that if they are elected, they would exercising unconditional opposition to all kinds of budget proposition in the council, and they will try very hard to force the chief executive to step down. In other words, they would try to damage the whole Hong Kong SAR government and make the Hong Kong city into an anarchy. So this is very damaging. Now, why they can do that? Apparently, there is some deficiency or loopholes in the present election system of Hong Kong, and this needs to be changed. Now, we know many years ago, Mr. Deng Xiaoping said, we need patriots to rule Hong Kong. And he said, patriots means they are, they're respecting to the Chinese culture, Chinese nationality. They are supporting the return of sovereignty to China. They will promote Hong Kong's stability and prosperity. So these are the objective criteria for patriots. We need this kind of people in the driving seat or in the leading position to govern Hong Kong. However, the situation, is different. So therefore, the NPC, want to make this change and want to make a betterment of the election committee. So in the new election committee, it would be more comprehensive and it would have more empowerment with a better size and scale. And in addition to nominating the chief executive, this new election committee will also be responsible for nomination of all candidates of the electoral members. So hopefully, this would be better to be conducive to a more healthy and more appropriate elections for legislative council, in Hong Kong. Now, for the steps, there will be two steps. The first step is the NPC is making a decision, and then it would authorize the NPC Standing Committee to actually revise the Annex 1 and Annex 2 of the Basic Law. Not the text of the Basic Law, but the two annexes. Because the Annex 1 and Annex 2, they are related to the election of chief executive and also to the election of the legislative councillors. The second part is the NPC Standing Committee would then go into the details to actually formulate and make the changes and make the amendment of the Annex 1 and 2. And after it is done, it will be given to the Hong Kong SAR government for converting into local law for implementations. So hopefully, if we could have these changes, this betterment of the election committee, I think the whole Hong Kong's election for these political leaders would be more healthy, and it will be contributing to the better governance of Hong Kong.